Hello everyone, this is Billy and welcome to this new System.io tutorial where I guide you step by step on how to create a professional email address with Gmail and link it to your System.io account. It's an essential step to enhance your online credibility and improve the deliverability of your emails. If you don't have a System.io account yet, just click on the link in the description to create one for free today. Before starting, here is what you need. You need a System.io account, a domain name that you purchased from a provider like Namecheap, OVH or GoDaddy. For the example in this video, we will use Namecheap and you need a CC et create an account on Google Workspace. The first thing you want to do is simply create your account in Google Workspace and associate your domain name hosted with, for example, Namecheap and associate it with your CTA. C'est que your Google Workspace account, simply click on the Start button, fill in your different information. Once that's done, click Next. You will simply click on Use the domain you already own. Continue with this method. Here, it will ask us to register the domain name. I will use a domain name that I already own for the example. I insert my domain name and click Next. It asks me, just a verification. It asks me to confirm if I want to set up the account with this domain. I click Next. Here, I will create a username and a password. If I click on the username, this is where I will actually choose the prefix that will appear before the @ sign of my professional email address. For example, contact at your domain name. Here, for the example, I will leave contact, but you can simply put your first name, your last name, as you wish. It then asks me to create a password, and it's with this email address that I'm currently creating and the password that I will directly log into Gmail. Once my password is validated, I will go to I am not a robot, accept, and continue. There, now that my address is created, it simply asks me, it is not yet activated, it simply asks me to log in to Zen to be able to activate this address. So I have my address that I just created. I click on Next. I enter the password that I also created. It simply asks me for a phone number verification. In this case, I will provide my phone number to receive an SMS. I received the SMS and validated the code received by SMS. And now it asks me simply accept the general terms. Automatically, Google will offer me the highest plan. Very honestly, you don't need it unless you want a lot of storage, up to 5 terabytes per user. It's not necessary. That afterwards will depend on you. You can start a free trial. What I suggest is to click on compare plans and start with the lowest plan. Time to adapt. It is asking me here to validate my payment information. I will simply pause the video while I fill in the banking details and I will resume with you right after. I just validated my payment information. Now naturally, Google is trying to sell me an additional service. It's up to you to decide if you need it. For the sake of this video, I will simply ignore it. Google is suggesting I verify the ownership of my domain name simply by copying DNS records into my hosting provider. It indicates the time required for each step. For each part, I will pause this video to avoid not waste time. I click on Start. Automatically, Google has retrieved the host where my domain name is hosted. If it's correct, you click on Continue. And here, the first phase is to create TXT records. In this case, with my host, for the example in this video, I have Namecheap. I will go to my list of domains. I will click on Manage and then go to the Advanced DNS settings. Be careful if you have decided to use your website hosting directly. Exactly also on Namecheap. You will need to click on Hosting List and make these settings. It's exactly the same, except it will be inside the cPanel. I click on Advanced DNS settings and now I will go register new DNS records. I click on Add New. Here, Google tells me what type of record. It's a TXT record. I will go find the TXT record. Here, Google directly gives me the information in the host, which I will enter here. Near host, it tells me set its default value. By default, it is your domain name. To not go too far into details, we will simply put an @ sign. If it doesn't work, you just need to register your domain name. But on Namecheap, it's the @ sign. Then for the value, I will simply copy the value that Google gives me and go to Namecheap and I will click on Command V and paste a secondary code here, CNAME that I can create. In the host name, I will copy the given value. I will simply click Add a new record. This time it's a CNAME in the host. Command V. I paste the value and do the same for the value right here and come to paste Command V. Once that's done, I save all the changes I just made, and now once it's validated, I go back to Google configuration. I will check the box because I finished making my changes, and I'll click on confirm. Perfect, that was relatively quick, just a few seconds. Now we will start by activating Gmail. I click on enable Gmail. It takes about 10 minutes to set up my Gmail. I click on continue. It asks me if I want to add aliases at that moment. It's simply adding, with the same domain name, another prefix that you will put before the @ symbol. We created the contact @ symbol. We could easily create info @ symbol, or if I had an assistant, I could very well create for them here c'était possible. Our email address. I click on proceed to activation. Here, it's about adding an MX record inside Namecheap. And this time, a small peculiarity, it's just at the bottom, you see, in the email settings and here. We will click to create an MX record. The default value, once again, is the @sign. The server in question, we will copy smtp.google.com. And the priority, it tells us here to set a priority of 1. C'est pas. You can enter 1 directly, click save. Once this record has been created in the Google console, Google Color, BTC, DCSIKR, we will go back to the bottom to activate and confirm. The recording is complete. Gmail is now ready. You have your professional email address that you just created. Click on Discover Google Workspace. Very, very, very important. Remember to add 2-factor authentication, to add a recovery account, another email address, a phone number. If you now wish to connect this email address to your System.io account, I have included a link in the description with a tutorial that shows you exactly how to now connect your professional email address to your System.io account. And if you still don't have a System.io account, don't forget to click on the link in the description to create your account for free. If this video helped you, consider leaving a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and activating the bell for our upcoming tutorials.